Hello. Or konnichiwa. I don't even know if people will come, but I'm trying to see if live streaming works from my home, which I see as working. Right now, 0%. Hello, guys. Wake up. Come hang out with me. Oh, one person. Yay. I don't even know if the person is Japanese or from America or elsewhere. Yay for people. Yay. People, comment so that I can see you, or I don't know. Does it work? Yeah. Does this chat thing works? Oh, hello from Colorado, and hello. Just wanted to say hi and catch up with you. This is my home. I only have water, but what time is it now over there where you are? It is 16:16, which means 4. And I should end this in like 30 minutes or something. But Mississippi, hello, Naito-sama, hello. So what should I talk about? So the reason why I didn't make videos is because let's recap February. In early February, I had to fly to Tokyo to hold a press conference about our friend from Hong Kong being nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize, which my husband and I worked very hard to make it happen. And so we went to Tokyo, but in order to hold that press conference, though, I had to translate the long statement in English into Japanese, which our friend Dr. Jason Morgan wrote, and the translation took forever. Sucked up all my energy. But anyway, long story short, we went to Tokyo anyway and held the conference. We came back, and then my physical condition kind of collapsed, and I had to rest in bed for like a week. And then in the meantime, our financial situation was not very good. Like we were like, can we pay our rent? And things were tough, but now I'm finally back here. So 2 a.m. Oh, wow. What are you doing at 2 a.m.? I mean, with me, you're hanging out with me, obviously. But how was Super Tuesday, by the way? I saw the election news here in Japan, and I saw Biden winning, and that was like very interesting. But the analysis that I heard was that leftists, or I should say Democrats in the US, they are trying to pick, the moderate candidate, instead of like they want to have one person, right? One candidate, like a normal Democrat candidate, instead of going to like extremely left or something. Yes. Yeah, they're not gonna beat Trump. I don't think they would. They don't have a chance, because it's interesting, because I really want Bernie to be chosen from the Democratic Party side, I think, because like, as you probably think that, I think you think the same, but Bernie Sanders is so left that even Democrats would choose President Trump over him, right? Like President Trump is already the president, so like if you can't take this, then you will be fine. Like you don't want to risk it and choose Bernie Sanders, for example. So yeah. Conservative vote. No, I don't read. What is that? Is that conservative, or I don't know, Vox Day? Oh, it's a book. It's an English book. My English isn't good enough, though, to digest all the difficult words and so on. Yeah, it would be fun if... I don't know. I don't think Democrats are dumb enough, though, to pick Bernie Sanders. It's interesting, though, that like from the Japanese perspective, it's kind of I have mixed feelings, I have to say, because the policies that Bernie Sanders is saying is something that we already have here in Japan, like the insurance and so on. But the tricky part, though, is that, for example, our insurance system, like national insurance system, it works and we love it, but it was installed after we lost the war, like the World War II. And after the World War II, it was installed, and so meaning that it's like a socialist thing. And but in Japan, we kind of generated I don't know the word, like we install that in a good way, because our country consists of, like our emperor being like our god, pretty much. So like under him, it's not like under, but like we're all like a big family. So like, it's like the nation is just there as our father or something. Like I don't know what I'm saying, but I hope you get what I'm trying to say. Ultras sucks. Yeah. I was looking at the Super Tuesday news on Japanese TV, and what I thought was like, oh wow, like all Democratic Party candidates suck. Like none of them seem good. I was kind of scared of Buttigieg. Eh? I don't even know his pronunciation, but yeah, I was kind of scared of him because young leader like that can be very threatening depending on the situation. And one of the conservative analysts here in Japan was pointing out that Obama might back him up, for example, and that would be scary, But I think that American election system is very interesting because it's about money, pretty much. That if you can't raise fund, you can't fight, right? And it's like the system is so much different from here, so it's kind of difficult for me to read what's going on and so on. So let me see your comments. Bernie, to wait for the space. Yeah, Bernie versus Trump. It's like, yeah, landslide win. Yeah. And when I hear Bernie Sanders, what I think is like they say like, is it democratic socialist or maybe vice versa? I don't know, but like democratic and socialist are like mixed when we call him, right? But it doesn't make sense to me. And when I see him, all I see is communist. Because like his career, like when he was young, he was like, he was involved in Communist Party. I think I read something like that. Yeah. Good day, mate. Good day, mate. I'm trying to read in Australian. Okay. And what is the tax rate in Japan? I'm not sure which tax you're referring to, but the tax that which I care about is consumption tax, and that is now 10%. 10%. Like if you buy, like I don't know, like 100 each two. So $1,000 stuff is like then 10%, and it's like when I look at consumption tax on the receipt, I'm like, huh? Like so expensive. And it's interesting though. Let me talk about consumption tax, because consumption tax, it's something that we shouldn't have raised, but Abe administration had to do it. It's like a political power balance thing, but Prime Minister Abe wants to do Abenomics, right? And his economic policies were good, but he somehow had to raise consumption tax, and it stopped our economy from growing back. And now it's even 10%. It was previously 5%, and during the Abe administration, it became 8%, then 10%. So each time, it's like each time we were trying to be better in economically, but then each time they raise the tax, it stops like our consumption. Of course, we don't want to buy. Like it's expensive to buy even like simple things. So it always stopped us. And right now what's happening is that because it was raised to 10% like consumption tax, 10% now, the economy started to stop the growing again. But then the government wants to hide it, and now they're making excuses saying that it's due to coronavirus. Like it's not about coronavirus. Of course, it's affecting our economy like massively, just like the after we had the natural disaster, like the earthquake in Tohoku area. You might know by Fukushima disaster or whatever you call it, like the nuclear incident and so on back in 2011. It happened March 11 in 2011, and after that we had lots of like, we were self-controlling ourselves. It's a Japanese thing, like people are suffering and we don't want to have a happy time without them. Like they're suffering, then we will suffer too, and that's the Japanese culture. And we don't even buy things because that's like if you go shopping now, it's like totally ignoring the suffering people. And so that's what's happening right now. And so our economy is falling again. And at the same time though, what's falling is the support rate of Abe administration. So yeah, I try to think logically, but my logical thought process is saying like I can no longer support Prime Minister Abe. Like I know that he's trying so hard, but at the same time, we conservatives doubt him now. Like what? Like because Xi Jinping was supposed to come visit Japan in April, and there are rumors that it will be postponed and so on, but we don't know for sure. Like it's not officially announced. And inviting Xi Jinping as a state guest is like, coronavirus sucks, right? And that came from China. And at the same time, like before that, Asians are suffering and by such a regime. And at the same time, China comes, even today, I don't know like exactly today, but like this year, every day, they come to Senkaku Islands and so on. Like we have territorial disputes, in the south of Japan, in the sea, like Okinawa area. Chinese ships come like every day invading us. And why would you want to invite, such a leader from the nation that is invading into your country? Like it doesn't make sense, but it makes sense, of course. That they are trying to wipe out the bad image of him using Japan. Right now, what's happening is that due to coronavirus, what I'm trying to say, coronavirus, our government is not, we can't do normal things, and we're so bad at handling what's happening. And instead, China is like dictatorship country, so they're doing things what they need to do, right? And now Japan is more like losing a reputation in international society, and that's something that we have been talking about in Japan. Abenomics, I'm reading the comment. Abenomics is a real term they say in Japan. Yes, we call it Abenomics. I have to go monotone when I speak in Japanese. So, Abenomics. Yeah. So I was stationed in Kamiseya, Atsugi基地ってどこだっけ? I forget which area that is. I'm so stupid. That's cool that you were there. So, and I'm trying to read your comments, guys. Oh yeah, we need to block like we need to shut the people from coming in, right? Yeah, our government, like I think I read the news like now, like today, the Japanese government is finally trying to stop, you know, people from overseas to come here or something like that, something on that line. And it's like, if you can do that, why didn't you do that earlier? So annoying. Like, it's like the government, our government made this happen. This situation right now. We could have prevented it, way earlier. But now lots of people are infected, and the thing is that it's just like any other flu or pneumonia or whatever, but we don't have medicine, and that's the tricky part, right? And I have medical doctor friends, and they're posting on Facebook complaining like, oh, if you don't have like severe, symptoms, then don't come to hospitals and so on, because it mess things up in hospital. They have to deal with all like people that are not even like don't have symptoms and so on. But the problem of Japan regarding that is that our government is reluctant to test the people. The numbers in other countries are rising because they test the people that might have the coronavirus, but our country is somehow reluctant to test. And people are saying like, oh, because like if you don't have the symptoms, why bother or something, or the tools, that the kit to test is not accurate enough and so on. They say that also, and to me, it all sounds like excuses to try to keep the numbers low so that they can host the coming Olympics coming or not coming Olympics in 2020. It's like everything is bad timing, But our government is like, I don't know what they're trying to do, because I don't think that other countries want to send their athletes, like top athletes, to coronavirus country, right? And why does our government still think like they can hold one? I mean, it's not up to us, it's up to IOC, the Olympics committee. But you are from France. Depressing there too, really? Are there, I don't know the situation in France right now. To be honest, I heard Italians are getting infected. France too. Feeling about choosing trade deals here, how it's affecting trade deals in Japan. I'm pretty sure that it affects us too, but the thing is, President Trump is prioritizing Japan very well in economy. That they, of course, America comes with lots of requests and so on, but like it's like they're taking it easy for us, and I can tell. So like for example, they don't decide right away and postpone the decision and so on. So right now, I don't think it's affected much. It's we're just committing a suicide economically. So okay, reading the comments. I actually have to go in like 10 minutes, I think. Wait, what? 10. Yeah, let's start wrapping up in like 10 minutes, because my husband will get home and then we have to shoot something for my supporters here in Japan. Yeah, Olympics in danger in many ways. I was there. Hi from California. Yay, California. I will be there end of month. Oh, you're coming here? David, hi. You're coming to Japan. Oh, somebody else. I don't know if it's you or somebody else, but somebody else also message. It's not message, but reached out to me and said that the person is coming to Japan, and so on. And my honest opinion is that as much as I want you to come, I don't think it's the best time to come. Like if I were you, I wouldn't go. Because I don't think people care about tourists. I don't know. Maybe it depends on people, but what happens is that you come here and our cities are like dead. It's still like things are open, place like malls and so on. They're still open and you can still enjoy, I think. But the atmosphere here is so dark. And speaking of which, our government right now requested the entire Japan to close all schools. I think I don't even know, like elementary school, junior high school, maybe high school. I'm not sure, but from what I heard from my husband today, he was showing me that 98% of the schools in Japan, by schools, I don't know what levels, but 98% are now closed. And that's like, oh, Japanese people, listen, it's just a request, not an order by the government, just a request, but it's all the schools are now closed. And that can happen though, because our school starts our year, like annual year starts in April instead of September or elsewhere. I don't know. But in Japan, things start in April and end in March. So Abe administration took the advantage of that too and closed the school now. So kids have to graduate way earlier than they thought, So that's sad. Yeah, Japan is fun, but it's just like I don't want you to get virus. It's just it won't kill you if you're active and energetic or if you're young. The only people that die from coronavirus here in Japan are like elderly people. So you will be safe. I don't want you to take the risk, to be honest. What? You got infected by coronavirus? Really? Are you in America? American people, some people died, right? And I was surprised though. I learned through this coronavirus thing that the like what was the number? Wait, 1, 10, 100, 1,000. I think 10,000. No, wait, how many? Like so many people die from flu in America, right? Like I was astonished. Like that doesn't happen. Maybe those who can afford to be like very clean and so on, they die, or I don't know why that happened. And what's interesting about flu in America is that I hear that if you catch a flu in America, you go to drugstore and buy some medicine and cure by yourself, right? Like, and when I heard that, I was like, what? Because we Japanese people go to hospital or clinics and doctors fix them, So that's but I'm pretty sure that it has a lot to do with insurance situation. So um, um, oh, you are the one who reached out to me. Sorry for not responding. I was in bed, like, I was so dead. Yeah, I don't know. The later, the better. You should come later if you can fix that, because right now it's like the intense period right now. So I think in April things start to get a little bit better maybe, and hopefully by then people like experts may come up with medicine and so on. So yeah, I hopefully all is well. I think all is well. Thank you. Yeah, Midwest, you don't get virus. That's cool. Um, yeah, I want to, learn more about the election in the US. Like, I'm like the one of the reasons why I'm not making English videos enough is because I don't know what to say. Like, the last time, like in 2016, President Trump, Mr. Trump was bashed so much on a ridiculous level that I knew what to, tell to the world or especially Americans. But now, President Trump has been present for the past years, and I'm like, what am I? What is my role here? So, do you think Japan should allow its people to more easily own firearms? Hmm? Japan should allow its people to. Grammar. I don't understand the grammar way, but is it like a protection firearms? Let me know. There are three people who died. Oh no. What's the cheapest way to stay in Japan for 4 months? Oh, cheapest place to stay in Japan. You should YouTube and YouTube search like foreign vloggers here in Japan. They have all the tips to stay here. Oh, the comments are so fast. Trump supporters are stupid. No, you are stupid. Those who think Trump and Trump supporters are stupid are the stupid ones. It's so funny because I watch lots of spiritual content on YouTube because I'm so spiritual, And the problem that I keep having though with spiritual people online, like not Christian kind of spiritual, but like New Age type of spiritual, and they are all opposing to President Trump, and I'm like, you don't know a thing about spirituality if you're so like trapped by all the knowledge that you see from the media and so on. Like you're trapped by all the information, that the brainwashing information, and you're not seeing more. So that's so silly. 子供がありますか？子供はいません。こんにちは、ようこさん。こんにちは。Yep. Oh, I'm just reading that comment. Sorry, I'm not chatty. The World War III is coming? You think so? How? I mean, we're always in a war state, especially information war and diplomacy war. And how I see it is that the war, when we say war, like, military and lots of people dying and so on, that's just the ultimate phase of diplomacy, So we're always fighting with each other, always negotiating and so on. And the last thing is power. And so we are, I don't know, the World War III is something that, maybe I talked about this before, but how the World War II broke out was because of appeasement policy, right? That from the World War II, from the World War I, people were so tired, and also the countries didn't have enough resources and so on, and they didn't want to fight anymore. Or maybe I can be wrong, but there was some kind of situation that they didn't want to fight, but then and they kept the appeasement policy, compromising, but then they couldn't compromise anymore, and then the war broke out. So actually the war comes from when people compromise too much, because there is this end line that you can no longer I can't speak English. Okay. Okay. Huh? Do you have any favorite American political commentators, news people on YouTube? Oh, my favorite American political commentators on YouTube. I actually I don't watch much YouTube content like as for politics. I sometimes watch Fox News, but because I don't know. I should get enlightened more. I should learn more. It's just that I'm kind of scared of all the arguments and so on. I'm such a female, and I don't know. Like some people can be very negative, and they're trapped in the argument that are prepared by the leftists, for example. And I don't engage in that. So, but I like to. Sometimes I go follow Sarah Carter, who I know in person, and Michael Yon, who is also my friend, and yeah, stuff like that. Oh yes, the Renegade. Is it that right? Right, pronounce it Renegade of Funk. Let's do another discussion. Yay, let's do that. I my live streaming function was not available for a while because leftists here in Japan attacked my account so badly together with all the other conservative or right-wing accounts on YouTube, and like they reported a bunch of channels, and my live streaming function didn't work for a while, but now it's back on, so that's why I'm here. Of course, I do a live stream every Monday here at night with my husband and our friend. But yeah, so that's good. Yeah, let's do that. Information over. Yeah. Yeah, isn't just me, but when I read, I'm like, I always sing like reading the comments. Yeah. Hear from Michael Young mentioning you. Oh, really? Thank you, and Michael Young. You should follow Michael Young if you haven't, because I actually have his books. Wait. Hello again. I only found one. I think I have one or two more, but then wait. This on. Well, Michael Young. Michael Young. And this is actually in Japanese, but he has books in Japanese, and he often appears in newspapers here in Japan, and he's my great friend. I trust him very much, especially like security and history and so on. He has a YouTube channel, and also he's very active on Facebook and Twitter, so you should Google him. Also, next to his book, I had Jason Morgan. Wait, this is the same book. Jason Morgan is in Japan. He's in Japan. Wait, this guy, Michael Yon, is in Thailand, right? And he was in Hong Kong for a while since June last year, and now he is actually banned to enter Hong Kong because the government fears him, and he is, of course, from America, from the military background, and this is Jason Morgan. Jason Morgan is a historian here in Japan. Of course, he got a PhD degree in the US, but very smart. I trust him so much, and he helped, our friend from Hong Kong, Andy Chan, to be nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize. He's the one that nominated him due to our requests. So awesome guy. This is a new book, of course, in Japanese. So lots of cool Americans here, in Japanese political field. They are involved here, and so that's good. On the other hand, though, the mainstream media have their own Americans spreading all kinds of propaganda and so on. It's so I hate it that Japanese media often use American celebrity here, or even comedians even, and they use them. But the thing is that they use those Americans just because they're they use American commentators here in Japan just because they are Americans. How ridiculous is that? Just because they are American, and even though they have been living here for decades and they don't know anything about their homeland right now, just because they're Americans, they should know about America, and they ask questions, and those Americans just living here as another Japanese worker here, they answer the questions like a expert. So that's ridiculous, and Japanese people buy their crap. So yeah, and I actually need to go now, but this is so fun though. How did Japan react to Hong Kong riots when they were happening? Both right. It's like both conservative people and leftists reacted to Hong Kong riot. I don't say riots because riots is the term that the Hong Kong government side is using. I just call it as protests, but it's something that both conservative side and leftist side here in Japan agree that China is oppressing those citizens, and they are oppressing them enough to take away their freedom and what's the word? Not initiative. It's I can't remember. Shuken. What's the word in English? Sovereignty. Yeah, they're trying to steal that from the citizens. So, they don't have it to begin with, but so that's problematic for both conservatives and liberals here in Japan. So both sides are attacking the Hong Kong government. But the real communist level leftists here in Japan, though, they say nothing about it. They just ignore it's not happening. So yup. Thank you. Bye for somebody that's leaving. or because I said that, right? Thank you, guys. Okay, so I think I should go. I suck at wait, what? The number says 400 people are watching. Wait, that can't be right. What is happening? What? I don't know, but you know what? I'm gonna take a picture of this because it's cool. Ta-da! I took a picture of you. Okay, so I should go now. Even though I don't want to. I really hate saying byes in person too. I'm the annoying friend that you have, it's like, oh, bye. Oh, by the way. Oh, bye. By the way. Keep dragging you. But, yeah. Wow. Really? 400 people watching? That's crazy. That's crazy, man. Because, when I live stream in Japanese, it's only 50 people watch. Man, you guys are amazing. So, yeah, thank you guys for keeping a company. what I was thinking before I go, what I was thinking that I should live stream like every day. Not every day. I always say that every day, and then that's like such a hard thing to accomplish, and then so I don't even try. That's the pattern of me, and I'm not gonna do that. But I thought like, if I can enable this live stream function, I can just hop in, talk to you, and just interact. That would be cool. So yeah, once a week will be good. Okay, I can do that. And also I want to have a guest. As I was saying, I've been trying to set up the OBS and Skype, and I've been trying so much for the past few days. So I will figure that out, and I will invite like maybe like this guy and so on. So okay, I'm gonna go now then. Thank you, 400 people for watching. That's just, thank you. You made my day. So I think wherever you are, it's probably late there, right? Unless you're in Japan. So have a good night, guys. And don't forget to sleep. That's what I always say, because I'm the kind of person who forgets to sleep. I'm a night owl. So anyway, thank you so much, guys. I'm gonna end this here. So if you can, please support me on Patreon, even though I didn't post anything in last month. Sorry, but I will. Okay, I'll be active from now on, I think. So, おやすみなさい. Bye. It doesn't finish right away. Bye.